Alrighty, we are just finishing off the last little bit of... We haven't run out of signals, but we have run... No, we've still got some lamps. I think that's enough lamps. We are finishing off our copper station, and we're going to go right over there, and we're going to set up a crap load of mines and get it pumping out some stuff. And then we're going to get some trains sent over here to actually start getting some copper ore. And then we're going to have to go back to the main base and set up a location to pull copper ore and send it over to the smelters. So we got a lot to do today, but it's all good. Oh, you got some things to put there, don't you? I don't know how much copper we need, but I'm really, really hoping that a single station will be enough for us. Iron. We are always out of iron. Everybody's always out of iron. Let's just take a lot of iron, and let's just do that, and that's cleared us up some space straight away. We just built a ton of that, didn't we? Alright, we'll let them build. We will let them work. And if we upgrade these to blue and start to get some more stack inserter research, which I don't know, we're not really getting a lot of, and I think the stack inserter research, inserter capacity bonus, we want the better inserter capacity bonus, the stack capacity inserter bonus. Where is stack? Maybe it's in the red. No, it should be over here. It should just need really insane science. Here we go. So this one gets 2, this one gets 2, this one gets 2. So that's logistic science, and that is not on the radar at the moment. It's nowhere near being on the radar because we got so much other crap to do. Although technically logistic science is not as important as is not as crazy as the other science, the yellow science. All right, so let's do this nice and surgically. We don't need bots, so we're gonna take them out, and hopefully our night vision. We always take it out in the middle of the night when our solar panels have no time to charge up, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Okay, so you cover everything, and that's enough to cover that low level bit of it. And I don't mind having these guys sort of interspersed a little bit. They don't need to match up exactly. And we need to put that guy over there. You go like that. You go loader, loader, loader. I know we could put stuff like blue belts all over the place here, but honestly, I think that our train loading is going to be the thing that really slows us down and holds us back. So if we put blue belts everywhere, we would fill up that warehouse in no time at all, and then the train would still be slow to fill up, so it wouldn't really make a difference. Okay, there we go. The only thing this might do is it might not mine as fast, because you can see these guys are really backed up already. So maybe that's the reason we should be making it blue, so we can actually get all these miners working instead of just the last couple. Okay, I just convinced myself. Blue. We don't have that many blues. Give me blues. How many do you have? 1.2k. That's quite a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really, really loving the speed that these guys are running at now. It's really, really making me happy. Damn. And we got a blue loader. Okay. So now this is easily going to keep this guy going for a very, very long time. We are going to build some more mines though. I feel like we should just build a proper mining setup for this entire patch. Just get it all done. Actually, you know, if we're going to do this properly, we should leave an extra gap because eventually we're going to destroy all this. So at the moment, it's not about the speed we can mine with. It's about getting this patch properly set up to completely mine it and just assume that eventually it will die. So we just want it to go as long as possible and provide us with as much as we need as possible and then die. So you need to be over there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's all my miners gone. So let's get another bunch of those. No, can't use that. Need to use something like wood. And let's go and go over to our dumping ground. Let's go. All the wood goes away. And I can't think of anything else we really want to dump. We're not going to go for on-site mining at the moment either, because well, let's actually have a look. I don't think we need to, because if you look at this, copper plate is 200, copper ore is 200. And the main reason you want to go on-site mining is to reduce your train load. So in normal game, plates stack up to 100 and the actual ore stacks up to 50. So you want to go up to on-site mining, because then you only need to stack the plates, which take up 100, instead of transporting the actual whatchamacallit, the actual ore. So you basically get twice as much potential copper in the same space, which is really, really nice. But yeah, because they both stack up to 200, I don't know if that's a Bob's thing or if something else happened, but I'm guessing it's a Bob's thing. That bit ceases to become a necessity, and later on down the track, we will start on-site smelting, and that'll just be because we will need so much copper and so much iron and so much of everything else that it simply becomes a necessity, and we just don't want to have all of that crap at our base. So it's kind of just a space issue at that point. Okay. That's good. Let's just put blue belts down in the first place so we don't have to upgrade them later on. Look at that blue belt go. It is just glorious. And then we'll put a little set up here. You go like that. And then you go like that. And we might as well just do yellow belts here. Do yellow belts like that. And then feed that into there. Kind of dodgy, but it's alright. It is absolutely okay. Well, let's just sanity check this, because if I come back... Yeah, see, we're missing a bit here. I don't want to come back in like 20 hours and find that there's a tiny little speck of copper ore with like 2,000 ore on it or something like that. And it's just like, oh, well, that's going to be there forever now, because I don't want to leave this base running to actually mine out that one speck with 1,000 copper on it or something. So we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good on all of these, we're good on all of these. We're good. Absolutely really good. So that covers that, that covers that. Blue belt, go nuts. Go down there. Load it on. You don't need to be there anymore. And there we go. We've got a ton of copper ore coming through. And we've got not a lot being loaded, to be honest. It's loading fairly slowly. But you know what? Let's upgrade all of this to blue. And there we go. So these guys instantly start working faster. So they should be working at the maximum speed now. Whereas before, I think the yellow belt was actually slowing them down. But now it's running a lot faster. And we can not build express stack inserters. And we can't build express inserters either. So maybe those would have helped. Express stack filter insert, that's insane. But yeah, we need titanium for these guys. So that definitely would have helped. But for now, stack inserters, they're doing 6 each time. That's doable. So if we have a look here at our magical pole, we got 19k at the moment. And considering that, wow, look at that guy go. 126,000. That guy's mining the crap out of this. So yes, what was it? 16k. So these stack up to 200 if memory serves. Yes, stack up to 200. So these guys stack up to 200 as well, which means 16k is going to be the same. So right now this tells us that we have providing copper ore, and we will allow trains to come and pick it up if there's more than 16k. So now we can Oh, we already got some. We can hook this up to there. And now this station is successfully providing copper ore. If we have let's have a sanity check, because I didn't kind of sanity check this before. We do not want this. This is very, very bad. Let's have a look at our thing. This is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Because what's going to happen is a train is going to come up in there, is going to say, oh, this is blue, green, this is green because this is green. And then it's going to see, oh, there's a train in the station, so I'm just going to stop here. It's going to have its ass hanging out there. That's bad. So let's change that to a chain. Then that becomes a chain. That becomes a chain. As we said, this is going to be terrible if you've got like 3 or 4 trains picking up copper ore there, because they're all going to be waiting. But yeah, it's fine. Maybe we should just set up another station here. 11 minutes into the episode. We're not going to do it at the moment. We're going to go back and we're going to set up a requester for copper ore. And we're just going to let that go. And then we are going to see how much copper ore we actually use. Because my guess is 1 train every 10 minutes of real time is going to be enough to keep the base going as we are. And so there's no point setting up a separate station to pick up the ore because we just ain't going to use it that fast. I know I say ain't a lot, but it's cool, trust me. So yeah, let's go over here, and very first thing we need to do is these guys are going to be, oh, we already had a ton, I just wasn't seeing that. These guys are going to be filter stack inserters, and this is going to be copper ore, sorry. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we're going to have a setup for this station, which hooks into this guy. And what we are going to do, and I haven't done this in other places, but I'm going to do this here because this is the main thing, is I'm going to move that over there. Straight away, and we're going to shift these guys over because I just really, really want this to be like this. I just really, really want. And if it screws up our signaling a little bit, then that is fine. You are going like that. And goes like that. And it just looks a bit nicer. And we can set up signals down here, actually. We can set up the combinator and whatever else. And then all of this is just beautifully synced up. We might as well use these guys. But we're going to replace them with blues anyway, so I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just replace them right now. Insufficient items. Undergrounds. We're always running out of undergrounds. Always. How many do we have over here? 182. We are running out no longer. Let's grab 50 of those. Let's upgrade them. Okay. So now we got stacks. We got beautiful blue belts going in here. And this is going to be for copper. So let's get everything set up here. And this is the only thing we're going to use. So once the copper comes out of here, goes down on the line, goes wherever else, it's no longer in the station. We no longer care about it, and it will no longer be used in calculating whether or not we need stuff. So we are going to need... We'll do the same thing as we did for coal. Negative 32,000. 32,000. And request if we're below 16,000. Where's my requesty thing? So that'll be 2 full train loads will be required. You don't want to have these 16 and 16 be the same, because what happens will be you will not actually go for more copper until this is completely empty. Whereas right now, with 2 full train loads, it'll fill up to 32, and then when it gets down to 16, it'll say, give me another train load, and you've got until that 16k runs out to get another one. Now this all falls over if you're using more than 16k ore in the time it takes for a train to make its run. But I don't think we are going to be that in that much trouble. I really don't. So you are 16k and negative 32k. It's only at the very start when you hit it for the very first time that 2 trains will get scheduled straight away. Because, yeah. But from then on, we should be just normal. So let's double check this. 16k, 32k. What I like to do here as well is I like to make this 10 million. Now, the reason we do that is because every station is implicitly a provider and a requester. If it's got a negative number, it's a requester. If it's got a positive number, it's a provider. And that's just the way it works. This request threshold and provide threshold doesn't mean squat. It doesn't make this station a provider or a requester. It's just changing thresholds. So if this is a positive number, it's a provider. And what's going to happen is if I get 100,000 copper ore from somewhere and I dump it in this warehouse, because I'm like, oh, I'll dump it in this warehouse so it gets used by the base, this station is going to be like, hang on, I've got 100,000 copper ore in my station. I now have enough to provide copper ore to somewhere else on the base. And a train will come over here and it'll try and pick up a whole bunch of copper ore, and it won't get any because these stack filter inserters only go one way, and everything will screw up, or just nothing will happen and the train will go back. So I like to set this guy to be 10 million to basically say this station is never going to provide anything, so don't even come here, it's not worth the trip. And there we go. So let's go and hook this power pole up to the fancy green light. We should get 2 requests. Anton Wolf to Rubilon. Okay, first thing we need to do. Main base input copper ore. There we go. I think we should be okay with only one train doing copper ore. There goes one train, there goes the next. And this station is going to be supply copper ore 1. We could just put copper ore 1, but I don't know. I like putting supply in there. Copper ore. Let's just put a dash and a 0. Supply copper ore 01. This is mega base naming right there. That is awesome. So now, because this thing loads so slowly, we're going to have this train trapped there forever. Well, not forever, but until this train unloads. And that is a big problem if we were going to constantly need copper ore for things. And that's why this base is so bad, because this sort of thing would happen. So I'm happy with it for now. We didn't upgrade those either. That's going to suck. There we go. We just upgraded them. It actually destroys all of the copper ore that was in the thing. So let's just chuck that in there. We're actually filling up 28k. I suppose we've got 3 coming in and 2 coming out. So once this train reaches 16k, which is actually doing pretty fast because we had some preloading on these, so they're pretty good. And yes, if we ever start to need iron and actually getting iron ore or something, and we need a ton of it, then we might have to do something interesting to get loading happening on both sides. But I'm hoping by that stage, we kind of got robots going, and once we got robots going, nuclear robots, all of this crap of belts and stuff will just be absolutely unnecessary. So 16k, he's full. There he goes, off he goes, and we'll just make sure that he can get out. Looks like he can. This guy loads up and goes on in. So, and that should be the only time we have 2 trains trying to grab that stuff at the same time. Hopefully from now on, it should just not be an issue. So this is going to be interesting because we don't actually have a lot of space here. What do we want to do? We want to have capacity for a bunch of this copper. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a single blue belt coming out here, and we're going to blue belt this all the way down just to save on space and because blue belts are awesome. We got space for this guy here, so we'll push this up a little bit and move it across like that. And then this can conceivably keep 3 smelting arrays using the old smelters running. So that will be beautiful. Give me some more. Give me some more. Okay. You need to start recycling a lot of these guys. Beautiful. Alright. Give me some more. This is lead, isn't it? So delete that for now. You can go above lead. And We'll leave a gap here, but we don't really need a gap there. That's all right. We got blue belts, so we can just do whatever the hell we want, whenever the hell we want. Okay. Stone. Stone is in our way. That's all right. We can go under the stone, I guess. I feel like there should be music playing at the moment, but I don't hear any. No, we are not going to put a blue underground to get under coal. We are going to put a yellow underground to get coal out of the way. Because we do not want to be unnecessarily wasting blue undergrounds. Because they're such a pain in the ass. I mean, freaking 80? Do we need this to be balanced? I feel like we don't. I feel like we really don't. Let's just do that and then balance it like that. Yeah, that's good enough. Just anything to avoid using a bloody blue underground if we don't need one. Okay. Alrighty, we are here. So now we are going to put a thingamabob there. So that splits it into two. And then we're going to split it into that. And then from now on, we're just going to use yellow belts. Now, technically, this can only fill up 3 yellow belts, not 4. But I don't feel like that's going to be a massive problem. Actually, we don't want to do it like that, do we? We don't want to do it like that, do we? Because we don't want to be using this copper ore until the other base is dry. We really, really don't. So it's time for our excellent warehouse. Did we... we've put so much of this crap out of there that we've actually knocked out a bunch of copper. So we've got another one coming through, but we've backed up this line fairly well. So I feel like we should be fine. What we should do is we'll actually get a small little storehouse this time. I don't feel like we need a big guy. We just need a small one. Wood. I always got so much wood. I always chuck it away. Let's go up here. This guy will have wood for us. Yeah, because the storehouse will be nice and small as well. So put a storehouse here. You will be going like that. You will be going like that. And what we're going to do is have a thing and have a thing, and then we need a red wire. I'm out of red wires. You can use a green wire, but I want to use a red wire. Okay. So you will only work if this is, so this is 2,000, 10,000. So you will only work if this is, actually we'll just make it below 1,000. Copper ore is less than 1,000. Now you guys go across here. And you will go in no matter what. So we always use that stuff. And then we got that, and we got that, and every one of these goes up, and you go like that. So now we've got 1.2k in here. We will continue to use these guys. And I feel like since I'm here, and since we've got a blue belt coming in, I'm just going to uppity up these guys a little bit. Yes. Override this. Put these poles. Because, yeah, what are we at? 24 minutes, so we don't really have enough time to do a lot more. Where are my stupid little bots? Oh, we need to get coal down here as well somehow. You need to go like that. Yeah. And then you need to go like that. Beautiful. Okay, now you bots. I don't like right clicking on them to power them up because I right click on the blueprinted things and then the blueprinted things get all deleted. So don't want to do that. Get rid of all these balances because you really don't need them. Everything's going into a warehouse on the far side, so it's all good. Now we need 24. 1, 10, 15, 16, 19, 24. Nope, that's not it. There we go. 24. And a whole bunch of inserters. 48 to be exact, if memory serves. Let's just grab another stack. For old time's sake. Come on, let's get you out of there. Let's power you all up. Power you all up. Oh man. I'm almost to the point where I just want to rush yellow science at this point because we need so much though. Nuclear robots plus Kovarax. We need something to the tune of 6,000 yellow science just for those two. And I don't really feel like we can rush that much science. I know we did 75 for the blue science back in the day, but for that much, we really, really can't. So we're just going to have to deal with it. Am I really going to craft yellow belts? No. I could upgrade these to blues. Let's just take some out of the recycling bin. Recycled no longer. And these will be upgraded to blues much later. I mean, there's no point at the moment because they can't handle more than we're actually putting down the line. The smelting arrays can't handle more than that. So there's absolutely no point. Okay, so there we go. Copper is going to be good. Iron is still being drained quite heavily. Yeah, quite heavily. I thought we shored up iron a little bit, but maybe not as much as I thought. Maybe we're just slowly draining this entire patch and we're really going to town here. So we may need to start mining this, feeding that into the side here. It's still good. Look at this thing. It's like half of this is good and half isn't. I don't know. Isn't this going into a crate? It is. It's going into a chest over there. So I don't understand. Maybe the balancer is actually making it worse. Maybe we should just get rid of this balancer. Because there's no way that these should be uneven if they're going into a chest. I mean, if a chest is full, I don't think it should work like that. Like if the chest is on the verge of being full, is it going to unload just one side? Oh my god, it is. It only unloads the left-hand side if it's full. Well, shoot. I've been assuming that it unloads it completely evenly. All of the things I've been doing now are yeah, whatever. I don't care. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I mean, in the end, these are not working and these are it doesn't really matter. I mean, the important thing is the thing that comes out of here is even. Both sides all get filled up and stuff like that. Yeah. As long as it's not backing up to the mine, I guess that's the important thing. When you've got one side completely backed up and the other side working and the belt's not full, that's when it starts to get a little bit annoying. But Yeah, that's fine. This is only getting backed up because the belt is not fast enough. If the belt was fast enough, this guy would definitely be going all the way down. There's only 2 at the back. But the point is, this is running in front of it. The ore on this side of the belt is not backing up. It's not actually being shoved backwards. It's all going down. So there's not really much we can do about that other than making the belts faster. Okay, time to get the bloody bots off so I can get my night vision back. Although it's coming back to morning. We're at the 30-minute mark. We've done some pretty decent stuff here. We've got a very decent amount of this stuff going on. Once again, we do need to set up a little display here because that is what I like to do. And we will set up... no, that's not what I have to go all the way over there and fix that now, but it's good. Let's just double check this one. These guys aren't quite enough to keep it going at 1,000. So it is feeding up a decent amount of this stuff actually, but it is also taking this. So this is very, very close to dying. Only 5 drills still remaining. But we got a plan for replacing it now, and this blue belt, it will be running full speed once this dies, but for now it's running almost full speed. Let's go and fix up that display issue over there, and then it is going to be awesome. Absolutely awesome. And then we can actually see how much is in there, which is awesome. This guy, look at that flash. This guy's got nothing going on. You know what? We can actually put it right next to it, because if you think about it, we moved this over, so there is room right next to it for display purposes. So, how much display room do we actually have? So if we got a train line, the train line goes down like this. So that means the warehouse, if I build one of them, is going to be like that. I think we got plenty of room for display purposes. We don't need a lot. Yeah. I just don't like this thing being in shadow too much, if I can avoid it. How big a number can we fit in this space? Oh, you know what? I'm going to push it over because I want this to be... let's make it right up the top. So then we don't have to worry about the shadow of this thing over crossing it. Combinator, combinator. Yeah. Put that right below. I'll put it one more down. Where did my combinator go? There it is. Just to give us a nice bit of space. Green. And then this guy goes up, or technically this pole goes up to this pole and then goes over to there. Sort of goes through the chest a little bit, which I'm not super happy about because I like this to be really visible, like really visible, but that's good enough. I mean, when you're looking at it long speed, the icon actually goes over the wires, which I really like. So you are going to be displaying the amount of copper in the system, and you are going to be displaying the this much. I keep forgetting we got to do some logic for the requester stations to actually display it properly. So we'll finish off the issue, the bloody episode doing that. What did we do over here? Oh, that's right. Is that what we did? Yeah, because we missed this step. We had 2 separate networks. So we had this, and then we had this separator. So that's what we missed. So we need to do that down here. No, we shouldn't have deleted that. That one was fine. Damn it, now we have to set all of these. So, copper, negative 32,000. Request 16,000. And provide 10 bazillion. And now we need arithmetic combinator. So we put that nicely on the side there. you go away, you go from there, and then this guy goes from there to there, and we need some more of that cable, and this guy no longer goes to there, this guy no longer goes to there. We're just going to feed this directly over. Are we? I don't like that little green thing going in front, so you know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to feed it over and in there. There we go. So that's the correct amount, 26,000 over 32,000. And now this guy needs to be copper ore times 1. Because if we don't do this, then this thing is going to have bad ideas. So this pole is 25k. And now we feed this into that as well. And now we are negative 6.2k. Because 32 minus 25. So now we've got our display and we've got plenty of room over here for this warehouse and the next rail thing. So we're going to have a whole row of these guys all going over the place, and that is going to finish the episode out. So we got copper, it is beautiful, and we have got no problems, and we can set all sorts of things up here and keep using this same thing. All right, that is going to be it for this episode, and maybe for today. I'm not sure what else I really should be doing today, but this is like our 4th episode, I believe, and that ain't nothing. Oh, I lost my thing where it actually shows me all my episodes. I think this is my 4th episode, or is this my 3rd? I really don't know. I really don't. It's still recording, but I can't see the episode actually being recorded. So anyway, I will see you guys in a bit, and yeah, have a good one.